Good evening again, live from the 7 newsroom. We have breaking news out of London. Buckingham Palace has just announced Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, has passed away at the age of 99.
Prince Philip left hospital last month after heart surgery and an infection to rest at Windsor Castle. Tonight, the royal family and people around the Commonwealth and the world will be mourning the loss of a revered man, a towering figure in a public life for more than 7 decades.
Her Majesty the Queen, Britain's longest-serving monarch, and by her side throughout, the longest-serving consort. Together, they changed the royal family. It was Philip who was there every step of the way.
I think Prince Philip as the Queen's consort was her strength and stay. He was essential really for her to carry out her job in the way she was able to do it. It's a partnership, that's what it was. They were together so long, I can't imagine the Queen would have been able to really cope without him.
Britain, though, was his adopted home. Born on the Greek island of Corfu, his grandfather, a Danish prince who became King of Greece. His family was soon exiled. Philip grew up in France and Germany, and later the United Kingdom, where he joined the Navy as a cadet. And at Dartmouth Naval College, he first laid eyes on his second cousin, the young Princess Elizabeth. He was 18, she was 13, but they exchanged letters and love grew. In 1947, they married, and post-war Britain celebrated a happy young couple.
Before long, the calls of the people were answered as onto the famous balcony came the bride and bridegroom,
whose lives would change sooner than expected.
The tragic news reached Princess Elizabeth and her husband while in Kenya.
King George VI was dead, Elizabeth was queen, and Philip her consort, a role he kept up for 7 decades.
I think that the main lesson that we've learned is that tolerance is the one essential ingredient of any happy marriage. It may not be quite so important when things are going well, but it is absolutely vital when things get difficult.
More than 20,000 solo engagements and many more alongside Her Majesty. Patron of more than 800 organisations, a champion for wildlife and conservation, and keeping young minds and bodies active. Establishing the Duke of Edinburgh's award scheme, completed by more than 750,000 Australians.
Children come into the world completely ignorant and with no experience. At least this gives them some idea of what life is like.
In public, often ridiculed for his gaffes, he once asked Indigenous Australians, "Do you still throw spears at each other?" He called himself a cantankerous old sod. At home, Philip was more than anything head of the family. Father to Charles, Anne, Andrew and Edward, grandfather and great-grandfather, passing on his sense of duty. When Princess Diana died in 1997, he encouraged William to walk behind his mother's coffin, saying he'd regret it later if he didn't. Living to see William marry Kate Middleton and Harry wed Meghan Markle in 2018, Philip has been seen as a transformative influence, an outsider who shook up the royal family, encouraging an engagement with the press and the public, and rarely backing down. Until 2017, when he retired at the age of 96. A quieter life at Sandringham awaited, he hoped, before January 2019. The Duke rolled the Royal Land Rover after colliding with a car on a public road. 2 women were hurt, one suffering a broken arm. The Prince's licence was handed in, and a sense of independence vanished. As a couple, they have created a second Elizabethan era, the Queen and her Prince, together for 73 years. An unmatched partnership, a shared commitment to public service, and Philip, a towering figure throughout his 99 years.